Well, I've always been interested in understanding what's the impact of advertising, and I have seen very little evidence that really manages to quantify it. And economists have a tendency to say, well, advertising must be working because firms are doing it. But the more I learn, now that I'm inside a firm rather than in academia, the more I learn, the more I believe that firms don't actually know that much about their advertising effectiveness. And so that was what inspired it. When I moved from University of Arizona to Yahoo, one of the things that most interested me was, can we use experiments in order to figure out the impact of advertising? There are lots of questions about the welfare effects of advertising that I don't think we can come anywhere close to answering until we really understand how advertising works, right? So some people will say, oh, advertising has negative consequences because people buy things they don't need, or they become brainwashed or whatever. I don't know how we can evaluate that until we have even the most basic measurements of, does advertising have an impact on purchases? And so once we start to understand whether it has an impact on purchases, when it has an impact on purchases, then we can start talking about under what circumstances does it improve welfare, and possibly under what circumstances does it detract from welfare. Well, our main findings are that for a case study with a department store retailer, we are able to measure approximately a 5% increase in sales due to the ad campaign that ran on Yahoo over 2 weeks. And other key findings involve the fact that the online advertising actually caused an increase in offline sales, so caused purchases in brick and mortar stores, and that the impact fell not just on people who clicked the ads, but also on people who merely viewed them. And so in online advertising we have a tendency to emphasize the click because it's so easily measured, but in fact there appears to be impact beyond that. Another important finding was that, or something that surprises people, is that it's very hard to pin down the effects of advertising because the variance in sales is so high. And finally, a key point is that by using a field experiment, by deliberately setting up a control group, we're able to get correct causal inference. And if we were not careful and we just used observational data, we'd get totally the wrong answer.
Thank you very much, David.